All right. Hey guys, welcome in and welcome back to another plant rant. I am so excited today. I feel like I'm always excited, especially with Jade. But
Yes.
I'm really excited today because we left off last time. And if you haven't seen the first plant rant episode, go ahead and check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description here and check that out. We started here with Jade, and she's talking about her plant based journey and how we can learn more about this plant based journey, what it's all about, what the benefits are for you if you would be interested in starting something like this or not. And today we left off last time. So today we're going to talk about what plant-based really is. And I think this is a topic I have a lot of misconception about, even though I kind of know, and people have a lot of misconception about because there's so much out there now, which is great. And it's a blessing, but it's also kind of a curse. Because for me, I'm like, well, what is plant based? Like, what are the rules? Like, vegan
Mhm.
versus plant based versus
Right.
fish versus what's going on? And
Mhm.
what is it? And what are the health benefits of it? So, my brain is all crazy about that. And I think Jade has a great way of explaining what it is and what it can be for you, and that's a really big topic to start with. But Jade, if maybe you could talk a little bit more about like what is plant-based? Like what
Yeah.
what is this whole thing about?
What is it? What is it? Yes. Well, first, it is a complete life hack to transition to a plant-based diet. But let's just talk about the plant-based. So, plant-based, a lot of people think that it might be vegan or vegetarian, but really, it is eating mostly plants. So, 90% plants, 90% whole grains, vegetables, fruits, mostly like a vegan diet. And then those that do like animal proteins can incorporate that. So it
Oh,
can,
that's
it can like
awesome.
have a little bit of animal protein in it, but you're eating mostly plants. So it's plant based.
Yeah.
And then we have the vegetarian, which can incorporate dairy and eggs and a little bit of seafood as well.
Hmm.
And then we have the vegan diet, which excludes every type of animal protein, animal product. They even go as far as not eating honey. So those are three different stages. And then you can be a plant based vegetarian, a plant based vegan. So there are some vegans that may incorporate other foods like vegan junk foods. And I wouldn't really call that a plant based vegan diet if they're eating like 50% packaged processed foods.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So what we're talking about is just, I mean, labels are labels. So we don't have to label people, but if we're trying to figure out what it means for us, that
Hmm.
actually is really exciting to hear because I feel like I'm almost in plant-based and it would
Yeah.
just be looking at my diet because I don't eat a lot of packaged food. I never have, like I feel like I was raised by an old Lebanese guy, so like everything was homemade before homemade was
Right.
okay.
Love that. Love
Like
that. That's the
homemade
best.
yogurt, homemade this, right?
Oh, wow.
I eat a ton of vegetables. They're just like
Hmm.
my thing. So I'll eat things like, a chicken or fish or whatever, but it's really more like an aside
Right.
because a lot you don't need that much meat and protein to get the
Mm-mm.
amount of protein you need. And so that's really exciting to hear because I almost felt like, oh, I'm outside of this because I'm
Yeah.
a carnivore who
Right. No.
eat, but
Right.
it sounds like really what people are trying to do,
Hmm.
whatever level they're on. So whether
Right.
they're starting
Exactly.
plant-based for them
Exactly.
or
Uh-huh.
vegan or vegetarian,
Right.
it's just incorporate more whole, nutritious
Hmm.
vegetables and plants
Exactho.
into your
Exactly.
diet, which is
Yeah.
really exciting because I know, and I don't know about you, maybe this is a good thing to talk about for those of us who are like, I eat beans and rice and stuff, but like I don't eat enough vegetables or I don't eat
Right.
enough fruit. I was just talking to someone last night. They were like, how do you incorporate more vegetables? I'm like, I just
Hmm.
throw them into my beans and rice, right?
Yeah.
So maybe for someone who's looking into this, I know from my perspective, I feel great. I feel awesome. And I can eat a lot more because
Right.
I'm always eating fruits and vegetables. So
Yeah.
for me, there are great health benefits I see from my
Hmm.
particular body. Is that something that you see as really helps people when they transition to more plant-based as helping them? Does it help their, is it, I'm guessing there are health benefits with it.
Yeah,
Also, what
absolutely.
I've seen.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I've had clients tell me, after a few weeks of shifting to plant-based, they have more energy, their skin is clearing up, they're sleeping better,
Ah,
their digestion is better. So it's really beautiful. Like I said, it's like a life hack. I've seen these transformations occur And yeah, so the benefits are just far beyond what you put into your body. So I see these people transforming, their moods are elevated, their energy is elevated. And one of my clients, he said that he hasn't felt this good in 4 years.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful thing, and it doesn't have to be so scary. Like I said, you can incorporate a little bit of animal protein if you're not ready to give that up. And that might look like having it every other day, or having just this much of it, like a fist size of
Yeah,
it, not
right.
a
Like proper serving size, right?
yeah, exactly, exactly. So it is totally doable. And once you do make that shift and you learn how to make foods that are filling, like beans and potatoes and rice, and then you do incorporate those other veggies, like those cruciferous veggies,
Mhm.
all of your leafy greens, the root vegetables, and then you start to have like a relationship with these foods, because you really become more mindful of what you're eating when you do look at what you're eating a lot,
Yeah.
and your body tells you that it loves it. So these fruits and vegetables, they're phytonutrient rich, they're so nutrient dense, they have a lot of vitamins and minerals, and your body loves them. Your body loves to process them because your body converts it to energy really easily.
Yeah.
So you're kind of working with your body when you're eating these foods, and in return, your body kind of lowers the inflammation and lowers the stress because it's easier to process it. So, like you said, you're able to eat more of it because your body loves it and it processes it really easily. I mean, most of these foods are pretty low in calories and they're
Mhm.
nutrient dense. So, that can also help in weight loss. It can
Yeah.
help with your digestion if you're putting these fiber rich foods in.
Mhm.
So, there's no cons to a plant-based diet. There really isn't.
Right. And see, that's what I love. So it sounds like what you're doing and what you've experienced is you're making it something that is easy and approachable for people to just try and get into. And I feel like the benefits are not just health, in terms of, we talked about skin clearing up and hormonal, and you hear all about this. You don't have to go from 0 to 100 and say, I have to switch vegan. Now, if you
Right.
want to,
Yeah.
go for it, right?
Mhm.
I have lots
Mhm.
of friends and family members, vegetarian, vegan, whatever works for them. However, if you don't, I think the idea of making it so much more approachable, of just
Right.
saying, let's try to put more vegetables and fruits in your diet, is not just great from a health and mindful standpoint, which it is. And you're right, your body just responds better when it has
Mhm.
better foods in it. But from, let's say, from my perspective, from a fitness standpoint, when people are trying to lose weight, when people are trying to have more energy and feel healthy, so many people approach me and they're like, how do I tone up? How do I get slimmer but still have muscle and look well? You still have to be able to eat and
Right.
eat what you need, but
Exactly.
not overeat. And when we put, I don't want to say trash or bad things because I
Yeah.
don't like to say foods are good or bad,
Right.
but when we put more nutrient dense, lower calorie foods, which are
Right.
fruits and vegetables every day of the week,
Yeah.
into our body, we have that energy, we have
Mhm.
that ability, and we're not eating as many calories. So we're able to hit our, let's say, weight loss goals or
Right.
fitness goals or health
Exactly.
goals. And we feel better just because we have that energy. And again, we're being mindful about what we're eating. So we're happy with ourselves, right? And
Exactly.
we shouldn't have to live a life where we feel bad about what we're eating and feel
Right.
bad about what we're putting in our
Exactly.
body. So
It's
when
true.
you just, it sounds like what you're saying is when you just make the decision to say, I'm going to try to incorporate more healthy things,
Mhm.
it almost self rewards and you want to do it more and more and
Right.
more. And
Exactly. It becomes
that's a great way
addicting.
of looking at it.
It's so true. It's so true. It's that choice, that first choice. And, one thing that a nutrition or a wellness coach can do is to help you look at what you're putting into your body and how you're treating your body. And
Yeah,
then asking you, so what do you want it to look like? How do you want to feel? What do you want to eat? And then helping you set those goals and keeping you
yeah,
accountable. So,
right.
it's a beautiful thing to be on the journey with somebody else, whether that's a wellness coach or a friend. My parents transitioned in January and they did it together, and it was a beautiful journey
Oh,
for
that's
them.
awesome.
And I think
Yeah,
I spoke about them. They're like my guinea pigs in our first video.
right.
And now my mom said she put on a pair of my jeans
That's
yesterday. So she
awesome.
fit into my jeans. She lost 15 pounds and
Okay,
she
I
feels
was
so
so
much better.
excited for her. Like, if
I
I could put on
know.
my
I
daughter's
know.
jeans, I would be like, and if my daughter looked as beautiful as you, I would be like, "What?
Oh,
All right." I
that's
just
so
love
sweet. That's so
but I'm just
sweet.
saying, like, so that makes me so happy to hear. And you're right. It's something that it's very tough to make any change, even if it's a simpler change, like just eating more fruits and vegetables. If
Right.
you don't know how, if you don't have someone to do it. So my girlfriend who was over last night and we were talking about adding more vegetables. I have different ideas. It inspires her to come up with different ideas,
Right.
ideas, and
Yeah.
we're doing it not just we're not like staying accountable together, but
Hmm.
we're giving each other more ideas to move
Right.
that healthier way that we
Yeah.
want
The
to, and those seeing
inspiration.
results. So like when she was talking about rice and beans are her favorite, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was telling her about how I always make these big pots of rice and beans, especially
Yeah.
in college with vegetables.
Right.
And now today, I'm like, man, I haven't made rice and beans in a while. I want to make that.
Exactly.
So
It's
having
beautiful.
people in your circle, in your community to do that
Right.
with is
Hmm.
awesome. And I think starting with, if you can, starting with a coach who's just alongside you to help you figure out those issues you're having trouble with. So if I
Right.
don't eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, it's hard to know where to start. And
Right.
it's hard
Exactly.
to know, just like, well, how do I cook this or what? Like, I'm never going to
Right.
pick up a thing of okra where I'm totally
Yeah,
on the okra kick.
exactly. And then how do I get a variety? A lot of my clients say,
Yeah.
I really have incorporated these foods and I like them, but I feel like I'm eating them, every day. So it's
Yeah.
kind of using spices and it's using different cooking methods. So it's really a beautiful, fun experience. And I like to help shift mindsets to having fun cooking and
Right.
being enjoy eating.
Yeah.
Eating is such an enriching experience. Food is just so
We
beautiful and
love
so
to eat
good.
for a reason, and it doesn't have
Yeah.
to be donuts. It doesn't even have to be Instagrammable because I don't. But like, it's fun to make new stuff, try
Right.
it out,
Mhm.
and taste those flavors. The new, like, experiment.
Right.
When I go to the
Mhm.
grocery store and there's some new vegetable that is out because it's seasonal. Like, I haven't had butternut squash in a while. I love butternut squash. I'm so excited when it comes back.
Squash
Like,
season.
yes, like even just it's so sweet and delicious,
Right.
and
Oh
like
my
I
gosh.
get excited about it because
Yeah.
it's new and fun, and being able to not only teach people but open up people's eyes to that excitement
Right.
in
Yep.
different foods is really fun to do.
It's so fun. And I think the next episode we can talk about shifting into fall and the seasonal fruits and
That's a
vegetables. And
great idea.
yeah, so fall is a really good time for
Yeah.
eating a lot of vegetables and going to farmers markets. So I definitely want to touch on that.
Excited. Okay, well, speaking of which, I know we are running over. I could talk about this like everything else all day with you, especially when we talk about fruits and vegetables because they are one of my favorite. And now I kind of feel like part of that plant-based community, which is really
Yes,
exciting. I'm
for
glad
sure.
you got
You are. Say
yeah,
it
and
out
I'm glad
loud.
you
You
got
say
to
it out
learn
loud.
today about I am part of the plant-based community. Right. So I'm glad you got to tell us today about what it is and kind of, I mean, even me, I mean, the first episode, I thought I had an idea, but this really clarified things for me. And I hope it clarified things for you guys. I
Mhm.
hope you like this kind of stuff. Again, we're really excited to have Jade talk about this and how it can help not only your nutrition, but your fitness and all of those goals you want. And we're just excited to talk about this stuff with you
Yeah,
because,
for
hello,
sure.
we're talking about food and
Yes.
how to eat.
And
So
feeling good. We're talking about
yeah,
feeling
I mean,
good,
yeah,
right?
feeling good is pretty good too, but
Yeah.
we're always full of energy, and
Right.
honestly, the coffee doesn't do it for me. It's just I'm full of energy. It's nuts.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll sign off today. I'm glad you guys joined us. If you like videos like this, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, give us a like, put down in the comments what type of stuff you want to hear because we're putting this out based on what you guys are asking about and what you're interested in. So let us know. We love chatting about it, obviously. You guys next time
Yes.
for some pumpkin spice and leaves that are nice. Ha ha ha. For fall, and we'll talk about some stuff that's seasonable for the fall, some ways you can get started now, and all that stuff you guys have been asking about. We hope you'll join us, and we'll see you guys next time. See ya.